Welcome to Fair Game. I'm Kristine Leahy, and my guest today was drafted by the Indiana Pacers when he was just 18 years old. He went on to play for 7 NBA teams in 16 seasons, so he's literally seen it all. Al Harrington is here. Al, so great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
So you were drafted when you were 18, but I understand you had never even played basketball before you went to high school. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. I was fat when I was growing up or whatever, so I just played football. You know what I'm saying? I used my big body just to run into people or whatever. And then I did try to play basketball, but I was so uncoordinated that every time I went to the park, they would never pick me up. So I just said, you know what, basketball isn't for me.
So then how did you wind up playing basketball?
Well, when I moved and I grew. So I was 5'10" when I graduated as an 8th grader. And by the time I checked in school as a freshman, I was 6'4".
What?
And I moved into a totally different town.
5'10" to 6'4" between 8th grade and your freshman year?
In like 4 months.
Your parents must have been like what is going on?
Right?
That's crazy. So you still played in the NBA back when you could be drafted right out of high school. So you're 18 playing in the NBA. What is that like, an 18-year-old going into that life?
I don't know. I mean, I think that you're so young, you really just don't know what to expect because you haven't had any life experiences at that time. But, you know, I think I was lucky because I was able to play on a veteran team where I had a lot of older guys that, you know, really just taught me the ropes and gave me a lot of good advice that I think was the reason why I was able to play for so long and have a successful career.
So you were recruited by several schools, though. Did any of them give you an incentive to go there?
Just 2 schools. The one school that made the best offer, it was a cash advance.
No.
It was a truck, a Ford Explorer is what I wanted.
Whoa, cash and a truck.
Cash and a truck, and get my mom a job so that she could come and live in the city where I was playing, or the state that I was playing in.
What kind of job were they going to get your mom?
I can't say, because if I say, then you'll know where I'm.
It would have been at the school.
Yeah.
So this just happens all the time, right?
I think so. You know what I mean? I just think that, you know, a lot of these kids are just coming from nothing. You know what I'm saying? How could you not expect to give them a little something just so they could just make, you know, either the player or their, you know, or their family a little comfortable during that time, for sure. So
when you're saying cash, how much are we talking here?
Well, the biggest offer was $450,000.
No way.
Yeah, and I was gonna get $50,000 a day. If I would have committed on the trip, they was gonna give me $50,000 before I left.
As like a bonus?
Not even a bonus. They would have just owed me $400 after that.
Oh my gosh! So you could have had $450,000 cash.
Yes.
At that time.
I should have took it. I'm gonna tell you why I should have took it.
Why? Okay, why?
Because if I'd have took it and still went pro, there was nothing they could do. They couldn't sue me because they'd get the school in all kind of trouble. So I actually lost out on $450,000.
Well, wait, but how much did you make in your rookie year?
Well, I came in during the lockout year, so we only played 30 games. So I made just a little bit over that 450, like 600 or something like that.
Okay, well, you can kind of made the right choice.
I paid taxes on the money from there.
Oh, this was going to be tax-free.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, just give me the conference.
ACC.
ACC. All right. So you started your career off in Indiana. You get there and Larry Bird is the coach. And I heard you guys did not exactly start off on the right foot.
Well, what happened was I get drafted or whatever. I had never had any contact with the Pacers. I didn't work out for that team or anything. So it was really surprising that they actually drafted me, you know, for me. So the next day I had a flight to go for my press conference, and it was an 8 a.m. flight or whatever. So of course we partied all night, had a great time. Woke up a little late, but the guy that was with me that was kind of managing me, he was overweight. You know, he's a very heavy-set guy.
Okay.
And we're waiting for a cab, and this is before Uber and all that. So we're waiting on a cab. The cab gets there, and he's so big that he can't get in the car. So I didn't want to leave him. So we had to wait for another cab to come, which was a van, so that he can get in it. By the time we get to the airport, I could see them like closing the door, and I missed the flight. So when the next flight, we got there, the press conference obviously had to be delayed and everything. And Larry Bird, the first thing he said to me is like, I don't play that late. He didn't say hi. Those are the first words from Larry Bird to me ever.
And what'd you say? You're like, I'm being nice. I was doing a nice thing.
But I'm just like, I'm 18. But, you know, he didn't care about none of that. You know, I just was like taken back because it's Larry Bird, like a legend. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I thought he was going to like give me a hug or something. He was like,
oh.
No, I just shook his hand and we did the press conference, and I felt like he held that against me the 2 years that he coached me.
All right, so after a couple years in the league, you played against Michael Jordan, and there was a double overtime game. He scored 41 points. You dropped 33. Huge game.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I heard he sent you a pair of sneakers.
Yeah, he sent me shoes and told me, keep working hard and something like keep pushing forward or something like that on both shoes. And he sent that to me because in the game, obviously he's older Mike, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of talking trash to him and he talking trash, and they won the game obviously. And he had 41, and just after the game, the ball boy comes in there with shoes from Michael Jordan. And anybody else, I'd have been mad and threw him in the garbage, but that was Michael Jordan. So
yeah, you take those shoes.
Those are the only shoes that are in my office right now.
Were they the shoes he had worn in the game?
Yeah, the shoes that he wore that night.
That's so cool. And 33 points, not bad.
I know, but we lost, so it was all bad.
I like that you said that. Like, you had 33 points, but you still care about the team.
Right.
That's what's important.
We needed the game.
So speaking of teammates, you played with Metta World Peace. What was it like playing with him?
It was always great playing with him. Obviously, you know, he's a little crazy. One day we were in, we had shoot around, and there was some new Jordans that were coming out or whatever. So he gets in his car and he drives from Indianapolis to Chicago to buy the Jordans, and then drives back. We had a game. So he drives there, drives back, he gets back right before the game or whatever, right? So after the game, he comes in the locker room and he's like walking on, like, kind of like he walking on coals, and he like, so he kicks the shoes off, and I realized, one, he has no socks on. Right?
Terrible.
Second, as the second shoe comes off, it falls to the side, and I look, and there was no insole in the shoe. So I looked at him and I said, "Thun, did you just play a whole NBA game with no socks and no insole?" And he was like, "Yeah, son, I had to get these. I'm a 16, but they only have 14 and a half."
What? I have so many questions. One, why does he have to drive? Like, doesn't he just calls Nike and says, "Hey, I want the new Jordans"?
That's Ron, but that's Ron.
Wow.
That's what most people would do, right?
Yeah.
Not Ron Artest. Ron is gonna drive to Chicago, grab shoes that are too small, come back and play in the NBA game.
Who is this, like, working at Nike, right? It's a regular day, and here comes Ron Artest. "Hey, you got the new Jordans? Sorry, we'll give you the wrong size."
Right.
Wow. You still talk to him now?
Yeah, we talk all the time. He put me on the board of one of his little apps or whatever, and stuff like that. So yeah, we talk all the time.